Yeah.
Yo, Rain, what's good with it, man?
Yeah. What up, bro?
I see a lot of bugs bugging you.
Yeah, man, that's how they do. But you gotta. It's always a fight situation. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir,
Always gotta
man.
be on defense.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, man. I heard you out here doing good deeds for people, man.
Yeah. It been a little minute. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it's all love. Saving lives. That's what we do. You know.
So this particular day right here, first of all, how was the timing correct? Like, you know what I'm saying, for you to even witness something like this. First of
I'm
all, can you let them know? Give them a little
I'm
synopsis before you get
saying,
into it.
I'm in sales, so it's all about like I'm always talking to people. So I'm always talking about life and death, but most importantly, I'm always talking about enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? The finer things in life. So that's what I'm into, sales. So I had just got a deal with this company. You know what I'm saying? I just got a deal. In other words, I made some money. When I was leaving work, and as I was leaving work, I got on the elevator to go up to the seventh floor. Uh, and as I was going to my truck, I saw a lady on basically the roof. You know what I'm saying? She was sitting on the roof, on the edge of the roof. And I was like, damn. In my mind, I was like, damn, she's sitting on the roof. Let me go check her temperature. You know what I'm saying? So I went and go put my bag in the truck, and came back to her, and I was like, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? What's your name? She was just looking at me. It was a middle-aged white lady. She was cool. Like when I say middle-aged, like in the 40s. You know what I'm
Before
saying?
we even get to the details of it, man, just walk us through where you was walking through. I
Yeah. So
want to catch that moment. And by the way, the roof is up here.
yeah, on the seventh floor. So that's what 70 feet.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Yeah. So I'm out here. It's the beach life. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of beach life, shout out to Spaceman Kizzy. He got that beach life.
Shout out Spaceman.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just a normal day going on, you know what I'm saying? Going home. Um, as I'm going home, it's like, so boom, we get on that we on the elevator, you know what I'm saying?
So you spotted her. You spotted her on the roof before you got in the elevator. You was like, "Hold on, I gotta
No,
go."
no, I spotted her as I was getting off the elevator. Oh, somebody said, "Oh, I mean, we filming, you know what I'm saying? Something, oh. I set it back down, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to be. Matter of fact, I should have brought them on the camera. Should have. Want to go back all the way down?
No.
Oh, so yeah, it was just a normal day. So as you can see, it's pretty much empty, and that's how that day was. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much empty. So I walked. My truck was over here. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I parked at. So I'm looking at her, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I say, "Damn." Take my phone out, and I take a picture. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I take a picture like just in case something happened, I got evidence that, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, that I saw her up here. Like I ain't had nothing to do with it type situation.
What the street said snitching?
Nah. That's not even that's not even a snitch type situation. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so I take a picture just to, in case something happened. I'm thinking, in advance. But anyway, I go put my stuff in the truck and then I walk back over. So as I'm walking over, you know what I'm saying? She on the other, you know what I'm saying? You see that little edge right there, that little block? We're gonna walk up to it. You know what I mean?
How was the weather? How was the weather that day?
Oh, this
'Cause
was
sometimes weather
this.
can have an effect
Oh,
on.
you know what I'm saying? This was July, going into August. You know, it was the equator out here. Not to mention, I just got off of work, so I had the black shirt on with the black tie with the black pants. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already, melanated brother. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was just absorbing the sun. It was feeling good out here. It was still hot. But the thing is, she was on the other side of this slab right here. She was sitting right here.
Can you demonstrate how she was sitting up there?
No, I can't do that. I can't do that part. I can't.
Hey, see, sometimes in life, man, when life has lemons, man, we make lemonade, man.
Yeah.
This gas she got down and we can talk about it.
If you could look over, you could take a look. You know what I'm saying? Follow me. This is where she was at. And her legs was hanging. So that was the view.
Mm. I got nervous just looking at it.
Yeah,
looking down.
So she was right there with her legs hanging over with no shoes on. You know what I'm saying?
So was it like a strategy that you said, okay, what type of conversation I'm gonna have with her to kind of ease her way back? Like, because usually when you empathize with them,
yeah,
you can kind of break through them.
Yeah, I'm saying I wasn't thinking strategy. I was just thinking life. You know what I'm saying? So before, like I was way back here. You know what I'm saying? So she told me to stop. But that was like right here. She was like, stop.
Did she say it like with tears and
No,
emotion?
She was like, stop, don't come any closer. You know what I'm saying? She was like, stop, don't come any closer.
Was law enforcement over here at this time?
Huh?
Was law enforcement over here at the time?
It was just her and myself. So prior to her saying stop, I was like, what's up? Let me get your number. What's your name? How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And as I got right here, level 7, she said, yeah, level 7 right here. She said, stop. And I stopped. And I was like, what's going on? And then I asked, can I come closer? As I was talking. And then she didn't say nothing, so I just kept talking to her. And then I asked her again, can I come closer? She said, yeah. So she let me come closer, and then at a certain point, like when I got like right here, she was like, stop. That's when I knew it was serious. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was serious when she first said stop.
Yeah, but you knew like this could be the moment where she ends it.
Yeah, because it's just like, okay, stop. I don't want to, proceed and scare her or provoke her to jump. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking like a professional would. Because I'm a professional when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just talking to her about life, about her experiences in life. So she allowed me to get closer because as I'm talking, I'm taking steps. I'm taking steps as I'm talking with my hands. I'm bringing her to me. So I know what I'm doing. Like
when you say bringing her to you mean like verbally, causing her to open up to you, pretty much.
Well, I'm doing that too, but I'm saying in regards to how I gesticulate, like when I'm going like this.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm talking to her, I'm going like this, but I'm stepping. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I'm bringing her to me, and I'm coming to her. So that's what I'm doing on purpose. I'm bringing her to me, but I'm taking little steps, and I'm talking to her.
Man,
so she can feel me.
That's a trait that's like you can't learn that. It gotta be in you. Like when did you notice you had that power of communication to to have that dominion over her?
When did I notice over her? I can't say it's like prior to her, I understand the power of words. You know what I'm saying? I understand that in the beginning it was the word. You know what I'm saying? I understand that word is an acronym that my Yellow Sea Lord Prince has said where our reality develops. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that that's life in the word. And knowing that, like it's a degree, it said, have you not heard that your word is bond regardless of whom or what? Answer, yes, my word is bond, that bond is life, and I should give my life before my word shall fail. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, like, we bonded. based on sound and word. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's just gesticulating, using body language. So I pulled myself closer, and I pulled her closer to me. You know, so and then what I done, because I just left work, I called one of the managers at work, and then I just left it. I ain't say nothing to him. But he heard me, so he thought it was he. I heard later on he thought it was a prank or something, you know. But he listened, so he utilized wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he utilized wisdom and just listened, and then he asked other employees, and they was like, "Nah, that's not his character to play like that." You see what I'm saying? And then he realized it was real, and then I hear police now, the sirens. And that's really when, like 10 minutes later, I heard the sirens. And then you can see them. If you look over there, you see the traffic on the strip. Those cars, well, imagine those police cars. And she's up there sitting. And when she heard those sirens and then she saw the police car, she got frightened. So she almost slipped and fell because of the sirens, because of the sound. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, don't worry about them. Don't even pay attention to them. It's just, it's you and I. We got to focus on us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. So I told her, look at me. So she was looking me in my eyes, and then we just talked. Shortly after, that's when the police came. You know what I'm saying? They had came up here. So at first it was 2 officers, and she was scared when she saw the police because, they're in uniform. So they're in uniform and they geared up and all that. And then they was walking slow and they just stood kind of.
You think that them cops could be very intimidating?
Yeah, it was intimidating. It was intimidating for her. I could imagine, she was already scared because they was coming. Like she knew at that point, like shit is serious. You know what I'm saying? The authorities are on their way. So she see them, and they kind of walked up slow. And they looked at me, I looked at them, and I basically was telling them, I got it, But of course, they were only gonna let you do but so much, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they let me control the situation, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So they stood right there, and then we was just talking. And then of course, they asked her, what's going on? Why are you up here? Not like that. I think they asked her like what's going on in your life, how you feel.
Prior to them coming, you already had gathered that information from her, like what's going on in her world.
Yeah.
So it was definitely was it mental illness or was it circumstances that she was going through?
I would say it's circumstances. I think we all have mental illness when something is impeding on mental health, then it's mental illness. You see what I'm saying? So because it's like,
well, I wouldn't really call it an illness. I would call it because in those situations, your brain is processing information at a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? You're not even damn near, you're not in your body pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't call it an illness. I would call it
anything that's a
irrational analyzing.
On her behalf?
Yeah.
I'm saying the life itself is irrational. Whenever you go against the trend, it's irrational. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to realize that if you just look where we at, you hearing the planes in the background. When somebody said, yo, we going to build an airplane, they was like, man, you out of your mind. You see what I'm saying? When they said, yo, we going to free the blacks, it's like, you out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? 1967, Loving versus Virginia, when they said black and white people going to have marriage, they was like, you out of your mind. You was thinking irrational. Well, life is about being irrational. That don't mean it's wrong.
I
You know
hope,
what I'm saying?
I hope one day, man, this young lady or older lady,
Like I
mid-age,
said, she was probably in her.
yeah, I hope she can stumble across this and really use it as a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? I hope she's doing real good in her life now.
But the circumstances, I will say, the circumstances were like her reasons for being up here is because she was going through a divorce. You see what I'm saying? She was going through a divorce, and she felt like her 2 children didn't love her. You know,
And that could be a worse feeling when your kids don't love you.
yeah. It could be. I don't know which one is worse. Because your children not loving you or your husband not loving you. In this case, it was a woman. So your husband not loving you because your husband is somebody you purposely reached out to. You see what I'm saying? And we come together to make one. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the children is like a byproduct, you know, of man and woman coming together. You know what I'm saying? So, but when a man and woman come together,
that's the true essence. That's the
you know what I'm saying?
That's the mecca.
You know what I'm saying? They become one. You don't become intimate, you know, with your child to that extent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you share your body with your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, anyway, she was going through a divorce. He didn't want her, and he was with another woman at the time. So her car was even parked up here. It was parked, and she got up here. So. That hey, you remember that video with
this country ass shit.
Yeah, God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the motherfuckers.
I put that shit. Hey, we ain't gonna have to go. You know what I'm saying?
I told them bugs been bugging you since you've been down there.
Yeah.
You must be buzzing, brother.
So look, but yeah. So I had to remind her. Well, before I tell you, I'm just getting it out.
Hold up. All right. We're gonna take